All right, so it's Friday night once again, just getting off work, going to head to Extreme Raceway. North Star is not doing a test tune tonight. They are going through some things there, I think. I don't really know about it. They're doing some they built a mud track there, and they're doing some monster truck mud slinger bullshit instead of drag racing. I think they've kind of lost their way. In any case, Extreme is doing a test and tune tonight, so we are going to be hauling the car down to Ferris. Unseasonably cool today in North Texas. Actually, maybe it's seasonal, but it's definitely, we got hit with a big cold spike. Wasn't sure what the outcome of the track was going to be, but it should be around the 50s all evening, so it's gonna be nice boost weather. As long as they can keep the track prepped pretty well, then everything should be good there. Also, I got some parts ordered for the 2JZ today. So for pistons and rods, we're going to be going with stock 2JZ GTE pistons and rods. I think that's going to safely support a good amount of boost and make a lot of power until we decide to go in and build it up with something more than that. But they're definitely going to be an improvement over what comes in the 2JZ GE. These internals have been known to handle a whole lot of power. So we're going to go that route for now. We are going to use a stock Toyota head gasket, which is what most people do. It is a multi-layer steel head gasket, so it works really good, handles a lot of power, but we are going to go ARP head studs just to give it a little extra clamping force. Other than that, everything's going to be left alone. We're going to put it back together just like it was. Also, I found a Turbo 400 that is up for sale from a buddy of mine who works on does some performance work, mostly on classics, real close to where I work, and he does a lot of LS swaps and stuff, and has even done quite a bit in the drag racing world too. So he does have a fully built Turbo 400 that's for sale. He hasn't told me what it's going to take to get it from him, but it does need a rebuild, just soft parts, you know, just to freshen up the clutches and stuff. But it was in a Grand National that was running low fives before they tore it out and put in a some kind of special transmission. Anyway, so that's that's definitely looking pretty good. If we can pick that up for a pretty good deal, then all we'll really need is a torque converter and adapter plate to mate the tranny to the 2J. And as far as ECU options on the 2JZ, we're gonna just use our MS3 that we have currently powering the L28. That'll definitely be the simplest method. But other things we need to buy are gonna be a turbo exhaust manifold, an intake manifold with throttle body. I'm looking at an intake that comes with a throttle body and a fuel rail to use a traditional 14 millimeter injectors, so we'll actually be able to carry over our 850cc injectors from the L28, save some more there. So anyway, things are getting real serious, and talks, and the 2J swap idea is something I definitely plan to do this winter. But until then, we're gonna keep trying to go as fast as we can with this current setup. I think the car's got a 6 in it like it sits. Whether the transmission is gonna hold together long enough for us to do it is still to be determined, but I think the power's there. You know, I think we turn the boost up a little bit more and we're going to be knocking on 6 real close. So that's the goal for this year before everything shuts down for winter. I want to see a 6, even if it means buying another junkyard transmission. So that's the plan. We're going to go pick up the car. I just filled up the tank with E85, so we will see you at the track.
So just got to the track, and looks like we got a little fuel leak going on. Take a look and see what's going on. Hopefully it's going to be a quick, easy fix, so we're just going to button up and get to racing. Let's see your camera. Looks like we got a little fuel leak going on. Whoa, we got a geyser! Whoa! I think it'll be an easy fix. Good. I think this is one of the old hoses from 80 whatever, who knows, probably original, but it's all cracked up and wore out. But we have a lot of extra hose right here that goes to the fuel rail. Yes, we do. And I think it's the same size, so I actually think we can just cut about this much off of it and have all new hose instead of just trying to stretch that one to fit. So we ended up cutting a new piece of hose for the fuel tank right off of the fuel line that goes to the fuel filter. Should be a direct fit.
pop that puppy on, and we're gonna be ready to race, baby. Oh yeah, look at all that big pellet. Wasted E85.
All right, we got our fuel crisis taken care of, fixed the fuel leak with some extra hose we had under the hood. And now Matt's gearing up. We're gonna make our first pass. Running the same target boost, but we're gonna try to get the Mega Squirt a little more aggressive to stay at the target. And if we can get a pretty good A to B, then we're definitely planning to turn this bitch up.
Yeah.
But we're already pretty late, so we better get started right now.
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna go tech in, and then we'll see you at the line. All right, see if the CTSV wants some. He looks like he's got a radial on, maybe. All Z's primed and ready. 556 horsepower. Hey, you're right. So y'all are gonna hate me for putting the camera down. Matt just lost control. He launched really funny, like got all funny on the launch. I'm pretty sure it snapped an axle. And then he got back in it because we have a welded diff now, so the car still moves. And his shit went straight sideways and was going right towards the Cadillac CTSV in the next lane. And I don't know how he did it. Somehow he kept it out of the wall and off the Cadillac. The guy in the Cadillac got on his brakes. Thank God he was very aware. And actually looked like we treated the fuck out of him too. So it helped that we were up ahead of him. But man, that could have gotten real bad, and thank goodness it didn't. I'm pretty much certain we just snapped an axle. The bad news is I don't know where the hell to get a new one. So this, this might be where we start talking about a solid rear axle. Never look back. That's a big project though. That's gonna take us out for the season.
I don't know if y'all can see, but that's our axle right there. Hey, give me some light down here. So this is our axle right here. Totally destroyed. This is what it's supposed to look like.
Let me give it a spin.
And this is what this looks like.
Look at this. This one's will probably just pull right out.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it broke clean off on the stub. Holy shit. I never thought this would be snapping axles. What happened, dude?
So what had happened is that we got to the line, first pass of the night, turned the boost up, what, a pound, I guess?
Yeah, about 13 pounds for the launch.
So loaded up, not really thinking of it. I mean, we've left at 13 pounds before, but never with a welded diff. Loaded up like normal. When I left the line, I felt a little jerk and heard a little pop. But once I started getting back into it, everything felt good. It was rolling straight. And then once that boost hit, she just took off hard right, straight at the Cadillac. Oh God. So yeah, luckily with, between adrenaline and, I don't know, luck, I guess, we didn't hit a wall or another car. I was able to get it back under control enough to go straight and just slow it down.
So what was your, how did you respond to it jerking right? What was the first, did you get on the brakes or?
Gave it a little bit of brake. I didn't want to slam on the brake and just start skidding. So I tried to steer, you know, into the skid, tried to just keep it from going all the way across the line, which we haven't seen a good portion of the video yet. But Steve said I didn't go too far over, which is good. My main concern was just trying to keep it from hitting the wall or another car.
Yeah, and that Cadillac, luckily you treed the shit out of the Cadillac, so
yeah,
he had time to respond.
I probably would have knocked it.
I was watching him too, like slow, and man, he got on his brakes and he nosedived it, and luckily everything turned out okay.
Everything worked out.
And we were even able to
one piece, including the car, which is good news.
And we were able to drive it onto the trailer with the one good wheel.
Which is also good news because we'd still be here pushing it up onto the trailer.
We'd be looking for help in a place where probably everyone's mad at us.
Yeah.
But, well, now they started hunting for it.
Nobody died, nobody got hurt, nobody's car broke other than the axle that we snapped.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all in all, probably the best way that something like that could turn out.
Yeah, so now we're out of here.
We're alive and at it again next week.
So the thing that I'm curious about that maybe someone out there will know, we experienced a fracture of the left axle.
Right, driver's side axle.
But the car shot off to the right.
Right.
Like my thinking would be, if the right axle broke, it would shoot off left.
Right.
But that's not the case. I mean, I don't know if anyone's got anything to add to that. Basically, what we've determined now, knowing what we know now, if the burnout goes like the way it did, if something feels funny or something pops, we're just going to stop and assess the situation. Because obviously, when you're launching, is a good time to let off the throttle and cruise down.
Having a welded diff changes a lot.
The welded diff is sketchy, and I'm not sure how spools work, but I think a spool somehow would have not been mobile after snapping an axle too. I think there's a safety, I think spools are kind of a safety item.
Right.
But I'm not really sure how that works. Drop in the comments if you know what the hell's going on. Help us be safer in the future, because last thing we want to do is put a new axle on this thing and go out and snap the other one.
Or die.
If he would have been in the right lane, he would have hit the wall, for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And if that Cadillac would have been closer up next to him, he likely would have hit him. I mean, he may not have even ever saw it coming. So we're gonna try to be safer moving forward, but as of right now, I'm gonna try to find an axle shaft that we can put in it and get back on the road. We don't want to do a solid axle conversion just yet, although it is in the future plans. We're focused for this winter on 2J and Turbo 400 plans. So we really don't have the budget to go and do it all. We don't want to be down all year. So,
But I mean, I guess we're just going to really have to assess once we get in there and figure out what's available and what we need to do.
yeah, we're just going to have to be careful and just use our heads. Hell yeah, it was a fun time for sure.